everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing good. Now today we'll be discussing about, or rather continuing our last discussed topic, that was sampling. Now in my last video I said about what is sampling, what is the difference between population and sampling and all those terms. Now today we'll be discussing the types of sampling. It's easy to know and it is very useful in your research. So whatever type of research it is, you are focused on some or the other sampling, right? Especially in social sciences, you have to be focused on what are the types of sample you are using it, right? So without delaying, let us begin. Number one is simple random sampling. Now simple random sampling is a type of sampling where you are giving chance to each and every subset of a population. So you are not avoiding anyone from your group. Each and everyone in that particular population, in that particular sampling frame is given opportunity. So I already said that population is a broader term, right? Sample is from where your objectives is going to be fulfilled. So sampling frame is in that population the particular sample that is going to satisfy you or fulfill your objectives. So that is sampling frame. So suppose out of 100, 50 of them are going to fulfill your objectives. So 50 are the sampling frame. So out of 50 you have to find which one to select. Now in simple random sampling, what happens? I already said each and every one is given chance. So suppose in a class of maybe 50 people, right, you want to check the IQ of each student, right? Now for selecting the IQ of each student, you just want to select 25 students out of 50 because you have less time, so you want to do it quickly. So what you are doing, you will be just writing the names of each candidate, each 50 candidates in a piece of paper, and then keep it in a bowl, and then you will be tossing that bowl so that every piece of paper mixes up, and then you will be selecting first 25, and those 25 will be your selected sample. Simple, because you are giving chance to the whole class but selecting 25 only. So that's a very easy process. Now this is the simple random sampling. The next is, and a very common that you have heard, is systematic sampling. Now taking this example only, right? Suppose in a class of a pupil, you are willing to select 25 candidates out of 50. So this time you won't be tossing, you will be selecting one alternative students. That means 1, 3, 5, 7 odd ones or even ones, whatever your criteria of selection is. But you will be selecting following an alternative pattern. Again, maybe from a colony of 50, you want to know the expenditure pattern of the people living or the families living in a particular colony. So you will be selecting one alternative home. That means one member from a family can give you the answer. So one member from the alternative home. So that's a pattern that you are following, that alternative way of selection. Systematic, that's the system that you are following. Next is cluster sampling. Cluster sampling, as the term reveals, it is a type of cluster that you are framing from a particular population. From a particular population, you are framing a cluster. Now these cluster could be based like a group, right? So in a colony, you want to know the expenditure pattern of the people. What you are doing, you are framing a group, right? Maybe the youngsters, maybe the old age people, the newly married, right? The children. Now these groups you have framed. But you will be targeting the group, the cluster that will be fulfilling your objective properly. So youngsters you have selected because you are doing research on the youths, right? So expenditure pattern of youths in a particular colony. So that is cluster sampling. Stratified sampling, the next type of sampling. Now here what happens, as the term reveals, this type of sampling is based on strata. Now here again, a strata is again a type of group. Here again you are framing the group based on maybe the age, gender, anything, right? And you will be selecting each member from a particular strata. That means you may be 5 or whatever your choices are, you'll be selecting, you are giving chances to each strata. That means one from old age group, one from youths, one from maybe children group, and likewise, right? So this is a pattern you are following. So what is the difference between stratified and cluster sampling? In cluster sampling, you are focusing on a particular group, right? You are selecting samples from that particular group only. Whereas in stratified sampling, you are giving chance to each and every group. So that's the difference. Now these are the common types of probability sampling. Coming ahead to non-probability sampling. Now non-probability sampling is easy way, and here there are several types of non-probability sampling. Number one is convenience sampling. That means you are visiting a particular hill station, going to collect data from the tourists, right? So what you have done, or you just sat outside a museum and collected the data from the one who is arriving. Or maybe another pattern of selection could be like you will be focusing or taking data from those tourists those are accessible to you, right? That means you have taken maybe 50 from museums, 50 from the parks, right? And then you haven't gone to the fort because that is very far from your location. So now you are focusing on these sample only. So this is fully based on your convenience, fully based on your accessibility. It is very easy method, inexpensive, and it is also called as accidental. Why accidental? Because somebody who met you, right? Suppose a tourist came and asked you something about that particular place. So that's just an accident, a tourist meeting you. It is a coincidence, right? So that is a convenience, fully based on your convenience. The snowball sampling. Now what is snowball sampling? Snowball sampling is also called as the network sampling. Here you are taking interview from a particular candidate or maybe an employee or whoever is your target population or maybe the sampler, right? Now you are taking interview from a particular from a particular person, and then you have asked him to refer that particular questionnaire to somebody else, right? Or you have asked him to collect some data from from someone whom he knows. That means you have asked him to refer someone. So one is referring the another, second is referring third is referring fourth, fifth, and likewise it goes on and on and on until you reach your criteria. Maybe you want to select 100 person or 100 tourists. So until it reaches this process continues. Or maybe you have created a link of the Google form and sharing it with one friend, and another friend will be sharing to another, and likewise the process continues. Now next type of sampling is quota sampling. Now this quota sampling is called as a tailored sampling. You have prepared several quotas, maybe income group, adult, likewise, and then you are selecting 10, 10, 10 from each of them, right? Without following any pattern, you are just selecting, right? So that is called as a quota sampling, another kind of group you are selecting, you have made, and following a non-probability sampling over there of selection of that particular sample. Now next is purposive sampling. Now purposive sampling is based on judgment. Suppose in my judgment I should go and interview the poverty ridden people, right? So that is my judgment, right? Maybe some other researcher would be doing or would be taking data from some other, but my judgment says that I want to collect data only from the poverty ridden group, right? Or maybe someone who has seen this incident, right, who have observed it, things like that. Or maybe my experience says that oldest citizen would be giving better data to me, so I'll be interviewing them, right? There are no proofs, but yeah, it's my judgment. So it is also called as a judgment sampling, fully based on your own perception, experience, right? So that's all for today. Now I'll be coming with more knowledge on this research methodology subject in my next video. Thank you. Have a great day.